Hey folks, how you doing? Today we're going to talk some basic maintenance of the crossbow and how to apply rail lube so that way you can go ahead and enjoy the crossbow a little bit more when you take it out hunting or you take it out to the target range. Alright folks, first thing we're going to get to on basic maintenance, it's very simple. Crossbows are pretty easy to maintain as long as you just follow a couple little steps. One of the things I like doing, especially if my bow's been sitting around for a while, or if I got a brand new bow, or if I just put one together, I want to go ahead before I take it out to the target range or go out hunting. I want to make sure I check all my screws first and make sure that my screws are all tight, everything is good at the bottom, especially my scope. And one of the main things is your foot stirrup. You want to make sure that that's very well tight. You don't want that loose at all, in case once you put your foot there and you're ready to cock the bow, it doesn't slip out. Next thing what you want to do is run your fingers through the limbs and make sure that the limbs are not cracked or there's some little splinters coming out. Sometimes you might not be able to see it, so running your finger through it, you can catch a little splinter or something, and that's, indicating that the limb is starting to crack and you want to go ahead and cock the bow or shoot it if that were to happen. So now, one of the basic things you want to do is add string wax. And string wax is very simple to apply, and you want to add that just to the string part. That's where you want to apply the string wax. So you want to make sure that you don't apply it to the serving here in the front. Never apply any string wax to the rail of your crossbow, because as you go ahead and cock it back, you'll push that wax back into your trigger box and it can jam up and not shoot properly as well. So once you finish applying string wax, you rub it right inside the string to keep it nice and tight. Next thing you want to go ahead is add your rail lube. Always use proper rail lube. Don't use anything, like I said, string wax or anything like that. Use proper rail lube. So you just want to go ahead and run it across here, run it across the top here, and as far as back as you can. Same thing on the other side. Just run a little bit through it like that. Spread it around real nice and not put it too thick, because what this does, it just goes ahead and creates a friction so it doesn't heat up when you're shooting your string, and doesn't let your string heat up as much, and it doesn't fray. So it prevents from fraying your string. Also lets your arrow fly a little bit easier through the rail. What I also like doing, especially if I do go hunting, if it rains or if it's been sitting around for a year or so, I like to get just basic gun oil and dab around the screws. Also, I like to put some around basically where the cams turn and they work through. So I like to put a little bit on that there so they can work a little bit smoother. And then at the end, I like to put some here on my safety trigger box and on the trigger box itself inside. And I usually flip it around and put a little bit of drop on my trigger itself. And I like to work the safety back and forth a little to make sure that it's working properly, especially when I just lubed it and it's been sitting around for a while. Once you do all that and you checked everything you had to check, you're ready to take it out to the woods or to the target range. Hope you enjoyed today's tip. I'm Peter Bofield, and like always, enjoy the outdoors and be safe.